Now, before we can enter the citric acid cycle, pyruvate, which is produced at the end of glycolysis, must first be oxidized. So the oxidation of pyruvate occurs if there is enough oxygen present in the cell to allow aerobic respiration to occur. So in that particular instance, pyruvate is transferred into the mitochondria. So once we get to the oxidation of pyruvate, we are now officially inside the mitochondria. So, this is a three-step process, and the ultimate result for each molecule of pyruvate that enters this process is going to be a molecule which we call acetyl-CoA. The two-carbon compound bound to a coenzyme denoted as coenzyme A. This compound must be produced for us to enter the citric acid cycle. So, the first thing that happens in this process, and why this process is sometimes called the decarboxylation of pyruvate, is that we remove a carboxyl group from the 3-carbon sugar in the form of carbon dioxide. So the removal of this carbon dioxide results in the formation of now a 2-carbon sugar. We are then going to, as the name of this process implies, oxidize that 3-carbon sugar. And we're going to do that by contributing electrons to NAD+. So we're going to reduce NAD+, thereby forming NADH and a free proton. We're going to do that for both. So we reduce NAD+ to NADH, form another proton in the process, and finally, at the end of all of this, coenzyme A is going to bind to the 2-carbon compound, forming acetyl-CoA. So 3-step process. We remove carbon dioxide from our 3-carbon compound, making it a 2-carbon compound. We transfer electrons from that 2-carbon compound to NAD+, reducing it to NADH, and also producing a free proton. And then finally, we attach coenzyme A to the 2-carbon compound, making acetyl-CoA. Acetyl-CoA can then enter the citric acid cycle. So we've now produced acetyl-CoA so that we can enter the citric acid cycle. So here are our 2 molecules of pyruvate from glycolysis, and at the end of this process, here are our 2 molecules of acetyl-CoA. So that's the oxidation of pyruvate. Next, we're going to talk about the citric acid cycle.